Have you ever wondered where the sun actually ends? It looks like a perfect, solid disk of fire. But that clean edge is a bit of a trick. In reality, the sun has no solid surface or crust. There is no shell you could stand on or land a ship. You would just sink into deeper layers of glowing gas. It is a journey through the most misunderstood territory in our solar system. The transition from empty space to the sun is gradual. So, where does our star actually stop? The visible boundary is called the photosphere. This is where the sun becomes transparent, letting light escape. It is surprisingly thin, only a few hundred miles deep.
It's like the skin of an apple on a massive scale.
Deep inside, energy is created through nuclear fusion. This energy doesn't just shoot straight out. It takes thousands of years for energy to reach the surface. The sunlight hitting your face today started its journey long ago. At the photosphere, light finally travels in a straight line. This release is what we see as the surface of the sun. Look closely, and you'll see it's constantly boiling. The surface is paved with granules of rising and sinking plasma. Darker sunspots drift across, cooler regions of magnetic activity. Beyond the photosphere lies the chromosphere, a ragged red zone. It flickers with jets of gas called spicules. This is where the rules of the sun start to break. Moving away from the surface, the temperature shoots up. This searing outer region is the corona, the true atmosphere. We can usually only see it during a solar eclipse. It blooms around the dark disk like a feathered crown. Why it gets hotter further out is a major mystery. The leading suspect is the sun's complex magnetic field. These lines twist and snap, pouring energy into the gas.
Some scientists blame countless tiny solar flares.
The truth is, no one is entirely certain yet. Out here, the sun stops behaving like a ball at all. The corona flows out as the solar wind. That tiny yellow circle is a dynamic, electromagnetic thing. The corona is where the sun loses its temper. It hurls massive clouds of magnetized plasma into space. When this hits Earth, it creates auroras and can disrupt technology. But this is still just the inner edge of the sun.
The real boundary sits billions of miles out.
It passes every planet you can name. Once you see where it truly ends, the system looks different. It starts to look like one single, massive object. If a craft flew toward this edge, what would it hit? Not a barrier, but a constant, powerful wind. The sun can't hold on to its outer atmosphere. It is forever boiling away into space as the solar wind. NASA's Parker Solar Probe has already flown into this region. It crossed the point where the sun loses its grip. It is the closest anything built by humans has come to our star. It skims through gas hot enough to vaporize most metals. The wind it found is nothing like a smooth breeze.
It found sudden magnetic kinks, places where the field whips back.
These sharp, S-shaped bends are a key to understanding the wind. The solar wind doesn't stop at the planets. It blows outward in two main streams. This is the same flow that shapes every comet's tail. You don't orbit the sun from the outside looking in. Your path runs deep within its atmosphere. You are sitting inside one. To find the true edge, you have to ride the wind all the way out. Past Pluto, past the frozen rubble of the Kuiper Belt. The wind makes that crossing slowly. It slams into the termination shock, where it suddenly slows and heats up. It then crashes into the thin gas drifting between the stars. Past Pluto, past the frozen rubble of the Kuiper Belt. Inside it, everything answers to our star. Cross it, and you are in open interstellar space. The sun is a vast bubble blown outward by the solar wind. It pushes through the galaxy like a ship through water. That bubble is also a shield, holding back high-energy cosmic rays. Only two objects have ever crossed it, the Voyager probes. They slipped through into true interstellar space. Their instruments caught the moment the warm solar wind gave way. They are still calling home across that gulf. Their signals are growing fainter every year. They have finally stepped outside our star.
Even the boundary itself hit a shock.
They logged a searing wall of plasma, hotter than the surface. The real edge of our star is ringed by fire. So the sun never really ends at a surface. It ends where it loses to the rest of the galaxy. We have never once left our star. We were born inside it, and we have lived our entire history within it. That should change how the sky over your head feels.